Hi, you guys. We are back for another look at my December daily process. So, the next two videos you will be seeing will not have numbers associated with them yet because I'm working a little bit ahead of where I'm at in my album. So, my last video was day 10. So, this would be day 11 potentially, but it's actually after Christmas. And I don't normally scrap chronologically for December daily just for ease of process, but these are like very much at the end of December, so I wanted them to be later in the album. But I print my photos through Costco, so I have to wait for them to be delivered, and I've just become impatient waiting for them to come. So for Christmas, I got a Polaroid, I forget what it's called, but it's like a printer, so you can print Polaroid photos from your phone. And so I've used that to print the photos for the next 2 days. So these won't have numbers in the video, but when I do my final flip through, they will have numbers. I just don't know what day they'll end up on. So I'm working on this spread, which is all about make up Christmas. So my boyfriend and I celebrate Christmas with our own families. His family lives about 5 hours north of mine. So he goes up there for his Christmas and I celebrate down here. And then a few days after Christmas, we will celebrate our like makeup Christmas. So it's me, him, and his dog, and we fill a stocking for each other and the dog, and we also, exchange gifts. So this is just a photo of him with his stocking, and then the bottom photo is me with Hazel, his dog, and it's just super fun. It's fun because we always do it after Christmas, so it kind of extends the holiday season, makes it feel like it lasts a little bit longer, which is nice. And oops, knocking stuff over. But I used this page protector is from Citrus Twist, and it's sized to fit the Instax mini film photos. So I used that, and then I filled the other two pockets with paper, with pattern paper. And I'm using my Dymo label maker to print out a little label. This is something I bought because I saw Leilani Scraps using it a bunch. She doesn't use it as much now, but when I first started following her, like over the summer, she used it a lot to make like titles and things. So I bought it and then I kind of forgot about it. I use it to label things like jars and drawers, but I haven't used it in my album yet. So I'm printing out something. Makeup Christmas, maybe? Yeah. And I'll cut it down. But I actually got this printer or label maker from Target, and it worked. And then I switched the tape and it stopped working. So I had to get a new one. But it's super cute. I have a couple different, it comes with like red, black, and maybe something else tape, but I bought some tape online that has like pink and teal and silver and white. So it's pretty cute. But yeah, so I'm adding that down, and then I just use the two cards as like decorative cards. And I think I'll probably put the number below this red label tape saying when I do figure out what number it is. And I'm just fighting with it, trying to peel it off. So I printed it all on one piece of tape and then just cut it down. So it's a lot easier to peel off from the little backing that it comes from when it's like the end piece that you cut off. But because I cut it down into smaller pieces, it's a little harder to peel the backing off, which is super annoying. But I get it eventually. And I really love the way these layouts turn out. I do the next day on the next page, but also this printer thing I asked for. I was super excited to get it because I feel like I waste a lot of film by just accidentally taking pictures like that are too dark or they just don't turn out, and film is very expensive. So this is cool because you can get guaranteed photos from your phone and print them out on Polaroids. And it's also nice because if you decide you want to add a Polaroid to a spread that you don't already have one from, you can add that as well. And I added these cute little frames. I don't know if you guys can tell, but one of them has like little decorations around the corners and the other one says Merry Christmas. So I think that's really fun. And they have frames for all times of year. And then right now what I'm actually doing is taking this little tag. I wrote some journaling on it, and I'm going to add that to the card. And I think that tag is meant to probably go the other way, but I did it this way. And I have to trim it down to be small enough, and I end up kind of trimming it a little bit too short, but it's fine, it works out. I think I add some rickrack to that tag. And I chose this minty color to pull out some of those like teal, aqua blue, minty accents in some of the scrapbook paper. And of course use my tiny attacher. I got that for myself from the original Ali Edwards December Daily like pre-order. And it was the best decision because I use it so much. And I especially love it for attaching ribbons, so you don't have to have the bulk of like a knot from the typical way you attach ribbon. But anyways, I'm just adding the the tag down with some red line tape, and I add some other embellishments to the sides of that. And then I'm just going to add this little label sticker to the bottom of the photo of my boyfriend. And I think I add a tiny word sticker onto that little label eventually. But right now I'm looking at this little box of embellishments I have. I've so loved using this box over the month and the season. I think it's been a fun way to keep all those embellishments together and keep me coming back to them so I remember to use them. And I've created some embellishment boxes for other themes like travel, and then my generic any day kind of scrapbooking, so hopefully I will get good use out of those in the same way throughout the rest of the coming year. But I'm just picking out some embellishments for each little quadrant, and I have these gold flecked cork hearts from Redefine Creative. I picked 2 small ones for the top right card, and then I have this jolly wood veneer that I end up inking up, which is fun. And then I picked a little circle chipboard piece for the bottom left. And then I've been trying to use these little flags. They're like holiday multicolored flags from an Ali Edwards kit, but I haven't been able to use them very much. I think they're super cute. I just haven't gotten to use them. So here I'm going in with my little ink pad, and I do a little swatch on the back of a different wood veneer, and I decide that I like the way it looks, so I go ahead and ink up the entire wood veneer jolly sentiment thing. With red, I go around the whole thing, all the edges. I don't do the back side just because it's unnecessary, and I think it turns out really cute. It's really fun. I don't often do anything to my wood veneer. I usually leave it plain, but I think this was a really fun way of adding some color to it, and it fit the rest of the page a lot better. And I will glue that down with some liquid glue. I thought about using red line tape, but because the O in jolly is so like cut out and open, I think that it looks better with just a little bit of adhesive, and it will be behind a page protector, so hopefully it'll be held on really well. And then what do I do next? I think I'm looking at more chipboard to potentially do like a layered thing. But I think I end up going with that one, and I add something on top of it. So it's like a little green star chipboard piece. And I'm just going through every single option, all the choices I could. Again, I pull out a little fabric tag, or not fabric, a canvas word strip. I've been using this a ton. But I'm just stapling these little cork hearts down. I think it adds some cute texture. It's also just so much easier than messing with adhesive, and it gets it stuck down really well. And then I pull out some washi tape, but I don't think I end up using it. Okay, so yeah, so this is what I do. I end up adding a little teeny tiny gnome onto that star chipboard. But yeah, that ends up being super cute. It gets the green in, it gets some red in, and it's just a fun little thing. And then I'm on the puffy sticker train, so I grab some more. I'm using this little ornament because it goes with the ornament paper. And then I add some snowflakes around the spread. And then I also add, I think I had a little present puffy sticker. I'm just trying to use up my materials because I have a lot, and I know that next year I'm probably going to want to buy some more, but I'm definitely going to limit myself because I have way too much stuff now. I went from having like nothing to having so much. So now I'm looking through these Ali Edwards tiny word, tiny phrase stickers, and I end up going with one of these green ones. What does it even say? Presents? That's perfect. That makes sense. Good choice. So I decided to use the green one. The red sheet probably would have looked better, but it didn't have anything that made sense. So I didn't do that. And I think I'm just looking at more puffy stickers. There's that little present. This is a super cute puffy sticker. It's like a blue square box with a little red ribbon on top, and it's super cute. So now I am slipping some of those in, maybe all of them into the pages. I also really like this page protector because in a 6x8 album, it's like really small. And so it's just a fun page size variation. I think the only thing else I do is add some pom-pom trim to the side. I think when I have a smaller page like this, it looks good to have it have a little bit of something something to the side of it. So I just use a little bit of my 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch double-sided score tape, and I will attach that to the edge, and then I'll stick the pom-pom trim onto there. This is some super teeny tiny red pom-pom trim from, not Hobby Lobby, from Joann's. I always want to say Hobby Lobby. But I just snip a little bit of that off, and then I will attach it, and it's super cute. I also like that it's small because I think if it was big, it would take up more space in the album, and it also just wouldn't fit the edge of the page very well. So this turns out super cute. So I just press that all down, and I do think I go in with my tiny attacher to add some reinforcement to make sure it doesn't slip off. I think this score tape is a lot easier to use, but I don't find it as sturdy as redline tape. So I still like to use it because it's a little easier. But yeah, that is how the page turns out. I'll stick it in the album, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining. Bye.